Hello, ladies. We are back. We are back once again. Also, this limiter. Why is this limiter so shit at what it does? No, 20. I'm just, again, well, give me 1 second, everybody. Filter. Hi, cool. I never put you to 5. I always put you to 6.5, but let's just ignore that fact. Now that's much better. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. I need one of them. I need one thing, or I will die. I will die. It is so hot. It is so hot, and I don't like it. I actually do not, in fact, like to be dying. Bam, bam. 15 badges. Get me into that some bit. So, chat. How is everything? Why is there trash on this? Cool. Welcome back. Oh. Ice cold water. There's nothing better during a heat wave. So yeah, everybody, I'm dying. Very much so. Even though in my house it's still relatively cold. It's like 24 degrees. I'm alright, busy day at work, now chilling in front of the airco. Yeah, I need to get myself some air conditioning as well. I should really get an air conditioner. I should get a cool little air conditioner. I saw that air conditioners are actually not that expensive. And I have solar panels, so I can just run that during the day. And I don't care about energy. Because I basically don't pay during the day. I cannot have ceiling fans. My landlord will kill me. Where are we? What is this place? Well, what is this place? Did we already do that one? Yep, we got... No, just playing, right? Yeah, just playing. Alright, we got one more gym to do, everybody, and then we're basically through, done with all the gymming. Doing personal stuff that's high-key enjoyable. Well, good that it's enjoyable. Hello, TC Kitty. Welcome to the strum. There's a heat wave in the Netherlands, so I am dying. It was 34 degrees today. Which is, I think in Fahrenheit, 86. I despise Americans with their Fahrenheit BS. Just be normal like the rest of the world. No, higher. Like more like 90 Fahrenheit. Right? 90 Fahrenheit? Yeah, it was more like 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was steaming, boys and gals. It was way too freaking hot. And I do not like this. I'm not made for the heat. Anything above like 25, so anything, to be honest, anything above 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 25 degrees is just nah. I ain't having it. Okay, let's destroy this idiot. Let's wipe him. You should beat the game developer in Mount Moon to be able to learn the secret moves for each of the Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're going to do after this. Even though I'm so underleveled. We'll figure out how to deal with the underleveling issue. Because, I mean, it's not that big of a problem, as you can see. Rather want 100 degrees Fahrenheit dry heat than 85 in humid weather. Yeah, no, obviously, like, the more humid it is, the worse heat is. But in general, like... I do not like heat. Even dry heat. You don't make me happy with, like, Spanish, like, the same weather that they have in Spain, you know, or Mexico. Oh my god, Mace, why do you suck so bad? Where's Mace so I can flame on him? Oh, he's not even in chat. I was about to do my ultimate attack, Mega Flame. I hate Confuse Ray. I was about to, and you missed. God, you suck. If you miss, well, the RNG is in our favor, boys. Jeez Louise! My lord! How am I gonna deal with this? This is a bit of a problem. Okay, Gengar. Deal with it. Hypnosis? Perfect. Yes! Aura farming! Aura Blast! No, Aura Blast was not the answer there. Commonwealth realm clickbait. What do you mean? What? He's already out of his sleep? No, none of that. oh, this song from Twilight Princess. Also, everybody, exciting news. This weekend, 2 new videos. We will be looking at the tragic rise of the Skull Kid. The Skull Kid's story is the whole arc and some speculation going from Ocarina of Time all the way to Twilight Princess. And even hypothesizing a bit about other timelines, what happened to him in those. And, what was the other video? Yeah, every time the full Triforce was used. Like the whole thing, not like, I'm Ganondorf, I have 1 part of the Triforce, and I'm like really cool now. But aside from that, it does nothing, you know, he's just like quote-unquote strong. But like the full Triforce, for example, in The Wind Waker, or A Link to the Past, or A Link Between Worlds, you know, every time it was used, what can it do, what can't it do? Stuff like that. And I got one, I swear to God, everybody, I would really, like, especially the Triforce one, both of them are going to be bangers, but especially the Triforce one, I have done one little section. I have like my little intro, and then I kind of explain like the background story real quickly of the Triforce. That section, the sound design on that is freaking amazing. Me and Dio created a masterpiece. I'm very excited for that one especially, because I think that specific section in terms of like how it kind of progresses and kind of like becomes more intense and follows the music very closely in terms of intensity is really cool. So keep an eye out for that. It's pretty cool. I'm really excited what people will say in the comments about that portion of the video. I bought Hades 2 last Wednesday. I'm a little addicted. Already beat the main story and did a lot of quests. Yeah, I should check out Hades. But I'm doing kind of like my catch-up run. Because I am currently playing Hogwarts Legacy, which I quite like. And even though it has its flaws. A lot of characters are a bit monotone and flat in terms of voice performance and character. And what's the other thing I was thinking of? Oh, hey, TC Kitty, thank you for the 200 jewels. Oh, you sent me some sunshine. It is indeed very hot, TC Kitty. It is very hot. Yeah, I still need to bring the donation sounds and everything to a separate track. So you can hear them separately. You know? I should really figure that out, like, this week. Even though I kind of want to make and write 2 videos this week as well. It's a bit of a busy week. Thank you so much for the 200 sunshine. The 200 sunshoons. Oh my god, the karate chop to the neck. God dang. Okay, I'm getting owned. Hyper beam. Uh-oh. What is cross chop? What is that attack? My lord. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get absolutely washed. But that's really cool, the little 200 jewels. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps the show, everybody. Also, Stefan, what you mentioned with Commonwealth Realm has made 7 videos on Ocarina of Time remake in the past month. I know. And yeah, it is a bit clickbaity and it is lazy. I don't know why he's doing that. I still kind of want to send him a text and ask him, like, very genuine, just why. What is the point? I cannot imagine that his heart is behind it, with so many of them. It must be very, like, kind of routine, going ocean of motion, like motion of the ocean type stuff. Not a lot of passion to it. And while I have to admit, with YouTube, you kind of have to have a balance between doing stuff that you think is really cool and have a lot of passion for, and also what works for the channel, you know? Because at the end of the day, if you want bigger, better things, it needs to kind of work from a financial standpoint. But I'm not sure what Commonwealth Realm really is doing. It's a bit bad. Cross Chop is 100 power, 80 accuracy, high crit rate, fighting type move. It's pretty great. From what I've seen. God dang. Hades is an amazing. Main problem is how addicting and difficult it is to stop. You end up playing for many more hours than you intended, into like far into the night. Yeah, that is. I cannot have that really. To be honest, like that's also kind of the problem. Is I only like in terms of like to play games myself. I have a handful of hours a week, like maybe 5 or 6 hours a week. I actually have time to like play games. Now I could play more games. I just also decide to spend a lot of my time with friends and a lot of my time doing martial arts and going to the gym, like doing other things, you know, instead of playing video games. But I should get my hands on Hades. I kind of want to try it. I've heard from a lot of people that it's incredible. Like the games on my list that I really want to try. Well, Hogwarts Legacy was on it. I'm not sure how long that's going to take. I'm not going to do every little bit and bob just until I'm kind of had my fill, you know? Because I have other things that I need to do. Hades is one I want to try. I want to try Cyberpunk. Because I heard it's very good after all the updates and everything. Because at launch it was a mess. And I still gotta try Elden Ring. That's like the main stuff that I really need to do. That I really want to try. I would think Commonwealth Realm is doing it for financial reasons, but even then, it's not very good clickbait considering the OOT remake has almost no news on it. Yeah, it is. I don't know exactly what it's doing. It's a bit confusing to me. Because as far as I know, they also don't do that well, now do they? Commonwealth Realm! I love my boy, but the content he's been putting out lately has been trash. Yeah, new Zelda games and Ocarina of Time remake, Nintendo Direct incoming, Zora's Domain, the end of Z-Link and Tears of the Kingdom. The thing also that, in my opinion, there are 3 things Commonwealth Realm needs to do. Commonwealth Realm needs to experiment more with different formats. Because he does a lot of the same stuff. And the views aren't spectacular. It's real sad for him that when he tried to go out of the box and did a Tamagotchi Life review, that it only got 1.2k views. That's kind of a shame for him, because at least it's something outside of the box, you know, the usual. And I think he should really work on his thumbnails. Not that the thumbnails are really bad, but he should experiment more with different looks. You know, different types of thumbnails. Different looks, different styles, different angles. Because all of them kind of blend together into one, you know. And they're not... Many of them... Some of them are good, but others are kind of visually repetitive. You know? They all kind of blend together into one. They all look the same. They don't look very distinct, you know? And it's also because he does a lot of the same topics. That's also kind of the reason why, but it doesn't help, you know? But I think he should experiment a bit more, do different things. It's but I can't, like, I think also a big reason is, like, obviously everything that happened with his dad, which I've talked about with him extensively, and I was there for him through the whole, like, the very much, like, the whole thing, like, the beginning portion of it, like, when, like, building up to it, and, like, the 6 months after, we talked every now and then, like, I just kind of kept up with him. But I haven't spoken to Commonwealth Realm in a while. I kind of want to speak to him to see how he's kind of doing and what he thinks of the channel and... Might be that this man is just kind of burned out, you know? I should, like, take time for himself and step away for a second, but just doesn't. Because I know the whole thing, like his dad's death was very, very, very heavy on him. And he had a very hard time dealing with it, you know? But I'll probably try and hit him up soon, because I kind of want to talk about it with him. I spoke to... I spoke to Birdkeeper Toby and Zeltic today. I speak to them relatively regularly. But I haven't spoken to Commonwealth Realm in a while. A lot of the UK people I just speak quite regularly. About what? What did I miss? Alright. This is the only thing I'll say about it, because aside from that I can't say anything more about it, and this is public information, so that's all I'm saying about it. I spoke with Birdkeeper Toby and Zeltic just kind of as a catch-up, and also because there's some sort of cider festival in the UK in August that I might go to, and then I'll crash at like Zeltic's house and I'll see that place and everything. But the main thing we kind of talked about was the situation with Game Boy Luke, which was a bit of drama around and about. But I'm not here to share any information or details on that, because that's not really my thing. I've just heard about it because I know Game Boy Luke, and I saw that Twitter was blowing up, and I was like, what's going on? And Toby texted me, oh boy, and Zeltic texted me, have you seen what's going on with Luke? And I was like, So I got a bit of the rundown. So yeah, that's kind of it. But I don't really like interfere with that kind of stuff, you know. I don't care. Not my battle. Not my fight. Only thing I can say is what he did was not great, obviously. And I hope he learns from it and that he feels remorse. But it's also not like a war crime that I would never associate with him again. You missed Wily kissing with LeBron. You should have been there. How the back doing? The back is doing better. It's still a little bit rough in like my hip. Like I could feel it like kind of in my bone in a weird way. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's much better than it was. I did a full body today again. I put some spray on it. I adjusted my chair a little bit with a little bit better lumbar support and everything. Oh, been there, done that, Dio. Been there, done that. Also, what is on Discord? Oh, the video's done. Sick. Wait, and I already checked the Triforce one, right? No, you did send a link for it. I just haven't checked it yet. Cool. Then I'll try to check all of that ASAP. I have another video that you could work on, but that's for like next weekend. So for the upcoming couple of days, it's just chilling, Dio. Because then I'm going to upload the Triforce and the Skull Kid video this weekend, and then the week after we'll do a bunch of Majora's Mask mini-theories. Even though I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the title and thumbnail for that, because I kind of want to change it from my original plan. I got 3 other projects, so I'll work on that. Oh, okay. Been chilling. Blaine is aura farming as usual. So, what would you wish for if you had the Triforce? World peace. No, of course not, because that doesn't benefit me. What would I wish for with the Triforce? I wouldn't even know. I would probably stand there for like at least 15 minutes thinking about what would I wish for. Because to be honest, at the moment... Yeah, I mean, you could always wish for money, but that's such a boring wish. I think if I would wish for anything for the Triforce, I would just wish for like superpowers or something. Because that's the only thing money can't really buy, you know. I wouldn't wish for immortality, because that would kind of suck. I might wish for, with the powers, that I would live longer, but never infinitely. So that would suck. Okay, you better hit. I was about to say, you better not miss this. Mace 2 is like the whole strat. Where do I not have any... I really... Oh my god. Can you even wish for world peace? Why hasn't anybody done that in Zelda? And if they have, it clearly doesn't last long. I have no idea. You'll see that in the video about like all the Triforce wishes. The Triforce is a bit of a picky... it's a strange artifact and a bit of a picky eater, to put it that way. Because in A Link to the Past, Ganondorf once again had the full Triforce, you know? Like in Ocarina of Time, he wished for his stuff, and then he became like the ruler kind of Hyrule. And then in Ocarina of Time, you beat him. But in the Downfall timeline, Link gets defeated by Ganondorf. And so Ganondorf is able to make a wish again. You know, kind of like it has another attempt. You know? Because he gets the Triforce piece from Link that he kills. And he steals it from Zelda. And he's sent away to the Sacred Realm with the full Triforce. And in A Link to the Past, it is said that he tried to make a wish. But for some reason, the Triforce is just like, nah. I have a headache, you know? Like, none of that. It's very weird sometimes, the Triforce. Just like how... I even mentioned this in the video. Like, how it's like, oh, Triforce, please kill Demise. He is all-powerful. And the Triforce is like, okay. And then a big-ass statue just crushes him, and that's it. It's like, what? Why didn't Hylia just, like, I don't know, like, use, like, crazy powers to, like, chuck a 10-ton statue at his head or something? It makes no sense. Why would that kill him? But if Link were to use the Triforce on his head or something, it wouldn't kill him. It's so weird. Sometimes wishes with the Triforce are very odd. And sometimes... And in some instances, you could even think longer about the wish and include other things that happen later on in that timeline and attribute it to the wish. Just this weekend, Triforce video, check it out, I swear. It covers a lot of these weird shenanigans. The Triforce is a bit of a weird thing. Nintendo loves it because everything revolves around it. But they also are like, nah, at times. Demise was weakened in his imprisoned form. Yeah, true, but like, I don't know. I still don't understand why the Triforce is used as a massive brick. It's like, this is the almighty artifact. Please kill Superman, you know? And then instead of like doing something elaborate or something, like this like magical MacGuffin that can make anything possible just walks up to Superman and hits him in the head with like a metal baseball bat, and that instantly kills him. And it's like, ta-da! It's like, yeah, but what? Why did that work for you? If I do that, it doesn't work. But for some reason, if you do it, it does. It's so weird. The Triforce is a weird artifact in the franchise. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very weird object. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Ah, oh, thank God you're not a beat. Wishes for world peace. People stop fighting, but people starve, so they start fighting again anyway. No, people stop fighting, and then the world stagnates. The answer is magic! Yeah, probably. I mean, we are talking about Nintendo here. Ah, mozzarella. Perfect timing. I was worried I would have to eat a cheeseless pizza. Yeah, where's Mott's? I got one mozzarella left in the fridge. You know what's going to happen to that in a minute, boys. I actually already had dinner, so that's nice. Downfall timeline, talking Triforce, also sets Link on an adventure to stop Ganon from coming back in Oracle games. Yeah, it's so weird. All of this, it's... And there's so many little intricacies that are weird about it. And that's not even specifically, like, mentioned in the Triforce video either. Like, that all of a sudden the Triforce talks. Which is also a weird thing. Because it never really does that in any other instance. I think maybe A Link Between Worlds it does it as well. I'm not sure. What was for dinner? My dinner was fairly simple. My dinner was Boerenkool. I got some from my mum. My mum was like, we had boerenkool left, and do you want some? I was like, yes, because I haven't eaten boerenkool, because I never really make boerenkool myself. Because it doesn't really fit in terms of what I need for, like, gym and everything, you know? Oh, soup! Soup is great. Not only in the Link to the Past and the Oracle games. No, only in the Link to the Past and the Oracle games. It's so weird. Maybe Nintendo didn't think the Triforce that far through. Yes, that is kind of the answer always. But it's fun to, like, speculate about shit. Extreme speed. I should have known. I should have known. Oh, roti. Oh. Boerenkool ain't my jam, but valid. Nah, boerenkool's great. If you do boerenkool well, it's really good. Like, if you have, like, a nice, like, kind of creamy potato, and you, like, do the kale right, as in some of the kale is, like, mixed in while cooking, and another half goes in, like, kind of rawish, so it has a bit more bite. And you get good bits of bacon, a little bit of salt. Oh, it's nothing better than boerenkool. I really like potato dishes, but that is very Dutch. I'm not gonna lie, it's very Dutch of me to like potato. There's rot in the name for a reason, but no, roti is amazing. I love roti as well. But to be honest, I'm not a very picky eater. I eat kind of everything. I've eaten a lot of weird things in my life. No. XD1, XD001. Stop being an idiot. If you die, I will kill you. Again. Hydro pump. It is so ineffective. Boys, we are screwed. Fly. No! Not fast enough. Twiforce? Oh, can I have a Twiforce? Uh-oh. Fire. Ah. Whoa! God dang. Alright, we might actually have to level a bit before we take this on, because we are getting shredded. Shredded. Well, he would eat the bear claw in his backyard, yeah. I'd eat that poisonous fucking thing. The only poisonous plant in the country. Wants to learn Sunny Day. No. Yes, I don't want Sunny Day. I think you may be a bit underleveled. What do you know, Shane? Yeah, roti at a good place is like goated. I should make it more, like, a friend of mine once made, and I really liked that as well. I have a lot of, like, food in my fridge as well, because I've been kind of... This weekend has been a lot of, like, going out to eat and barbecue stuff. My wallet is crying as we speak. Should really calm down this upcoming week with spending. Because I kind of spent, like, a couple $100 in one weekend, which is a bit intense. I don't have infinite money necessarily. But a friend of mine once made couscous, and I should really make couscous again sometime. So I really like couscous, actually. I just never eat it. Rapidash, why can't you do hypnoses? You're literally, you're a horse. You're a horse. We don't want Sunny Day. We already have... Yeah, it's already hot enough. Leave me alone, man. Yes, alright. Killed the horse. Couscous, yeah, couscous is great. But he made like a couscous with like chicken and like zucchini and like feta cheese. I should rename myself to Super American because I have no idea what any of these foods are. These are like... Just like how America has, like, Mexican food, you know, like a lot of South American influences, because they're, like, kind of close by and stuff. We have a lot of influences from, like, because they used to be colonies or the Netherlands. We have a lot of influences from Suriname and, well, this wasn't, like, a colony, but just a lot of immigrants come from there. Moroccan, Turkish, stuff like that, you know. Indonesian. It's mostly Suriname, Indonesia, Moroccan, and Turkish. Aside from just like European countries. Those influence our cuisine the most. Or if you try to find like in any way, shape, or form like Mexican food in the Netherlands, 99% of the time it will not be authentic. Not even close. Had some good Pentecost festivities then, I assume. What is Pentecost? I don't even know what that means. What's Pentecost? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, we just kind of... it was just really good weather. So I kind of was all over the place. I had... This weekend, on Thursday, I went to a friend and we went out into the city and had like a nice pizza and a beer. During the weekend, I was out and about and I went to like a food festival and I spent a bunch of money at the food festival. I went on a date, so I spent a bunch of money on that. I think in total this weekend, I spent like €150, which is a bit intense for my... Like YOLO fuck it spending, you know? If I do that every week, I will, my wallet will suffer. We might be able to do this, by the way. If you die from crunch, I will get so mad at you. Yes. Binky, you rule. Moltres. What the hell? How did you get Moltres? I own that bird. Uh-oh. Dragon Breath. Let's see what that does. Nothing. Sky Attack. Uh-oh. That looks scary. I should have done Hyper Beam. Okay, Big Smoke. It always comes down to you. Body Slam. Wham. Strength. Uh-oh. Please, don't do much damage. Sky Attack is crazy. What the hell? Alright, we gotta kind of bluff our way through this with Hyper Beam. Caleb. No! Oh my god, I can't... Nah, alright, we're gonna brute force this. Well, my Pokemon are slowly leveling, so that's good at least. Yeah, Sabrina had Mew. Yeah, no, I was just thinking about that. This man is buying cooked turkeys. Finished my Star Wars Risk board, by the way. Played it with my family. I'm gonna have to burn it to ashes. Maybe their Moltres is one of their other Pokemon timelines. Yeah, well, Pokemon lore. Now, if you want to get into a mess, then you look at Pokemon lore, am I right? Pokemon. Like a Seinfeld episode. Alright, Monster. doing, the apartment is a mess. Which for some people would be a great score, but for me, it ain't. Ooh, chili oil, chili oil, chili oil. No. I need to contain myself. The only thing I consume is chili oil lately. It's real bad. Chili oil! Chili Earl? Thoroughly when I take it out. Zelda, yeah, I was like, I always put on the Pokemon music, but I thought, you know what, let's switch to Zelda for once. There's so many like very specific tracks in Twilight Princess for like just a moment, like a second in the game. Mozzarella. I don't know if he's insane and talking to himself or to us. To all you, to all of you! What was it you made? I took a mozzarella and I took some olive oil and salt and pepper and that's it. That's it. It's just mozzarella with olive oil and salt and pepper. Nothing more, nothing less. I eat that quite often actually. I think I eat like one ball of mozzarella every day. Just like when I have the opportunity, I drink 1 liter of milk every day. I would drink a gallon of milk in 3 days if I had a gallon of milk with me at my disposal at the moment. And I also have a little burrito that I can heat up. Because I meal prepped burritos. Because I'm very smart. Kill him instantly, kill him instantly, kill him instantly. Perfect. Slow slug. Any milk percent speedrun? You don't even, the rice burritos? No! I don't put rice in burritos. The only thing, what ends up in a burrito? Beans, corn, potato, onion, bell pepper, any form of spice, either beef or chicken, and potato. But I don't really add, I've said this before, I don't add carb to my carb. It's such a pointless thing. It's like saying, oh, do you want a burrito filled with rice, pasta, and potatoes? Like, oh yeah, of course, I would love some carb with my carb. I already get all my carbohydrates out of the wrap. Why would I... Even when I put potato in it, I don't really put that much potato in it. Like maybe 20% of it is potato, like 15. Just a little bit potato. If you would give me a burrito and I would get a cross-section of the burrito and I would see that half of the burrito is filled with rice, I would be disappointed. You can add them from Bajoom or Sabrita. What the fuck? What are you on about? No, you can put potato in a burrito. Breakfast burritos do it all the time. But I rarely do it. What is Bajoom? I've never seen that place. Doesn't exist here. Like I said to you Americans, if you try to find anything like where you think, oh yeah, wow, Mexican food. It doesn't exist here. I have a friend of mine who's Mexican. she always complains to me that it's impossible to actually find something that is like truly Mexican. The food she cooks is so much better than anything you would get in a restaurant here, like in terms of Mexican spot. Although there is one Mexican restaurant that actually makes pretty good food, but I don't know if she would call it like real and authentic. She even brings her own corn flour, because the corn flour here in the Netherlands is not good for like making tortillas, you know? Are you British or English? I'm Dutch. So neither? How about that? Now what is your response to that, huh? Huh? No, I'm Dutch. I'm a Dutchman. I'm a Dutchman. I might hang out with a lot of the UK lads who do Pokemon. As well as the UK lads who do Zelda. Which is mostly Celtic and like Hyrule Gamer. But I haven't spoken to Hyrule Gamer legit in like ages. I should actually start hitting up like... I should actually start hitting up some other people to do collabs with again. Wait, I thought you were British this whole time. Haha, shine light. Haha, I have tricked you once again. I am Dutch. Ik kan een compleet andere taal spreken die jij niet begrijpt. Je begrijpt helemaal niet wat ik jou hier nu aan het vertellen ben. Nee, helemaal niet. Nee. I can speak the foreigns. Ooh. No, I just hang out with a lot of people who are from the UK. And my accent is just kind of British. You understand German? A little bit. Dutch and German is relatively similar, but not as much as you would think. Well, as some would think. So I can kind of understand it, but not like crazy in depth. So there's this huge Zelda-tuber web where everybody knows each other. Yeah, kind of. We have a Discord group. Let me see who's in it again. We have in this group is Austin John Plays, Masked Nintendo Bandit, even though he doesn't really upload videos anymore. Me, HMK, Monster Maze, Zelda Master, Commonwealth Realm, Hyrule Gamer, Nintendo Black Crisis, Triforce Trends, and Zeltic. But I mostly hang out with... I've hung out with Austin John Plays a couple of times. He's a good lad. I've never really spoken or done much with Masked Nintendo Bandit. HMK, I've hung out with him a couple of times. I like him. He's a good lad. Went to a couple of conventions with him. Stayed in Airbnbs as a group and stuff. It was all good. Love him. Monster Maze. He's Dutch as well. He's also from the Netherlands. So I've been to his place a couple of times. He's been to my place a couple of times. We hang out a couple times a year usually. Whenever we have time. Because we're both very busy and he lives on the opposite side of the country. Which is not very far. Like maximum 1.5 hour drive. But like a couple times a year we like meet up and do stuff. Zelda Master I've also hung out with a lot. Hyrule Gamer I've spoken to a couple of times. Commonwealth Realm I've hung out with a lot. Masked Nintendo Black Crisis I've talked to a couple of times, but not much. And Zeltic I speak him a couple of times. I see and speak to him a couple of times a year as well. But YouTuber land in terms of like when it comes to like YouTuber friends and everything, you mostly hang out like you talk online or stuff through Discord or whatever. And then once in a while, like a couple times a year, you try to hang out at like conventions and stuff like that. But there's also like droughts of like 2 to 3 months. And then you're just doing your own stuff. You don't really speak to each other. And then you get back to it and it's all fun and games again. You know, it's very fast and loose. The secret Zelda-tuber society. Yes, we control everything. I get Austin John Plays confused with the Red Power Ranger. They have the same first and last name. And they look alike. I think he wouldn't even be too mad with that. As in being compared to a Power Ranger. I think he'd be fine with that. He'd be like, that's pretty cool. No, we're gonna earthquake him. Secretly, we control everything. Nobody knows this, but Zelda is actually the key to happiness. No. To world domination. We all bundled our AdSense money together, our advertising money together to buy the world. Anyone here excited for the Zelda movie? I'm pretty excited. They actually moved it up, which is crazy. As in, it's coming out earlier than they originally said. Which never happens. But the only thing I'm hoping for is just a good hero's journey. A good hero's journey. A kind of an Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess type story. They don't have to go weird and off the rails with like a Majora's Mask type angle or something crazy, but just kind of a Twilight Princess. Or an Ocarina of Time. A very typical kind of medieval hero's journey type thing. I don't believe that. No, it's real TC Kitty. I think they moved it up as in it's coming out a month earlier than expected. Zelda movie release. Yeah, here. Release date, April 30th, 2027. Moved up from May 7th, 2027. So it's coming out like a week earlier. And it's the same director as the guy who made Maze Runner and Kingdom of the Planets of the Apes, like the new one. And those were relatively decently done. So... having Majora's Mask in the film would be savage, though, you gotta admit. Yeah, true, but, like, creating a story like Majora's Mask, you know, like recreating that in movie form is a lot harder, I think, than a very typical hero's journey, you know? So I would think, for coming in, keep it simple. Ha 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 ha, yes. Finally, we are winning, chat. See, I just needed good RNG. And an earthquake. No, a fire blast. But in my opinion, this is how Nintendo should do it, in my opinion. This is my take. They should make a movie that is very Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, like medieval hero's journey type angle. Then they should make a movie about a story that is kind of different, you know? Like either in terms of setting or story. So either go, like, change it and make it weird like a Wind Waker. Or go for a Majora's Mask. And I think they should make a mini-series. Like an animated mini-series. Just like kind of how they did in the past. But more focused. Very not random episodes where you don't have to see the previous one in order to understand the next one, really. But more just like one arc, you know, one story. Do you think the Zelda movie will be a canon story to the timeline? Or no, it will just be an adaptation or something. It won't be canon. Knowing Nintendo, it most likely won't be canon. Don't die. Shit. I asked him nicely, you saw that, right? I think also like a Skyward Sword would also fit relatively well for a Zelda movie. Especially because Skyward Sword is very linear. And very story heavy. That would make for a great sequel. The same way that the Joker was going to be in the Dark Knight sequel. They showed the Joker was going... Yeah, exactly. But I think the first, like... actually, Celtic, this is a very good way of putting it. They should do it just like how they did with the Batman trilogy. Which is Batman Begins is very hero's journey, you know, a very kind of archetypical story arc. And then in the second, they kind of start to get weird and jiggy with it. And I think Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask would be great. But I think the chances of them making a Majora's Mask movie are relatively low because a lot of the head developers and directors that worked on Majora's Mask absolutely despise Majora's Mask. This is why the game changed so much when they made it for the 3DS. Because they saw everything as a mistake, everything as a flaw. They really, like, with interviews with Ayanuma and stuff, they fucking despise that game. They don't want to talk about it. They are ashamed of what they did. It is kind of crazy. There's a lot you can find on this with interviews of directors and Ayanuma himself about the development cycle and what he thinks of Majora's Mask when the 3DS version was coming out. And they see it as like kind of almost like a dark stain of the company's history. They're really not very proud of it. They have really bad memories of it, which I kind of get because the crunch was insane. But I think they kind of felt like they didn't bring their A game with Majora's Mask. But I think they actually tapped into something very special by not questioning things and just go, 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 you know? Hey, Jonas, it's the Super Mario Super Show. I would love a Super Mario Super Show again. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I think there are many other games in the Zelda franchise that deserve more shame, as in, you should be ashamed of putting that out, not this, you know? I think Triforce Heroes was, what are you doing, boys? Like, so many other games that are worse. I don't think they could ever find better live-action Mario actors than Mario and Luigi from the Super Show. I mean, it is kind of fact. Uh-oh, that's not very effective. Hypnosis. Yeah, Triforce Heroes sucked. I didn't like Triforce Heroes. Can this thing go to frickin' bed? Moltrans, you are my final, like, obstacle. Haha, you missed Sky Attack, idiot. Now you're dead. Yay, Lemon Pep! Alright, here's your new badge. Okay. Oh, before I forget, you can take this TM2. What is it? Oh, Fire Blast. Oh yeah, this just brings me to the beginning like fast. Nice. Alright, we got all the badges. You have all 16 badges. Ilex Forest is a sacred place. Please show respects at the shrine. Thank you and have a good day, aka legendary. Now stock up on healing items. Yeah, good point. I also kind of want to level the Pokemon a little bit because everything is a bit under leveled. Max potion. No, I want like a super potion. Wait, where's super? You really only have the max one. What, you are selling rare candies for that kind of money? Fully revives all fainted Pokemon. Okay. I'll take one of those. Oh, here, super potion. Here, boom, give me 15 of those. Where's the revives? We'll take 5 revives. I don't have any money left. Can I sell? Elixir, don't need... No. No. Nuggets. Buy... Max revive? I can buy like 1 max revive. I'm so broke. yippee time to catch the time-traveling onion fairy that is not fairy type for some reason. Onion fairy. Oh, the onion, yeah. It does look like an onion. It looks like one of those small onions. Chat, here's a secret. Time I didn't enjoy the CDI games. I love the CDI games. They're made in the Netherlands. I have to love them. It was made by Philips. I have to love them. There's no choice. Oh yeah, let's revive my Pokemon before I start the Nugget Gauntlet and die. Elmao. I am L-Idiot. Sacred Fire doesn't work in battle. Well, I'm glad I only bought one. Still, could be useful. Cerulean City. 1 second, everybody. That. Shove you under here. So. That's better. Oh my god. I saw CDI for $100. Why didn't you buy it? Please tell me you bought that. You should buy that for sure. Who wouldn't want a CDI? You can play Zelda and Mario's Hotel and Hotel Mario and Pipsqueak and Popsqueak and the one little boy who screamed wolf and Shigeru Miyamoto's Summer Vacation Holiday Extravaganza, which was never released outside of Japan. And you can play Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land Part 2, the hellish Triforce hunt that never ended. And you can play the sequel of The Wind Waker that they cancelled, which isn't Phantom Hourglass. Hello, could you just not be a fucking cunt about this? Hello, could you... Fucking Christ. Stop fighting me. And you could play... I mean, same place I got my Virtual Boy imported. Also Baller Boy. A game where you play as Miyamoto on vacation would be great. No, right? That I've curated myself in my own recommended feed? Yeah, YouTube is evolving. Damn, you got destroyed. There's an XP share. Which Pokemon is the furthest behind? Who's getting the XP share? Give. Who's the furthest behind? Lemon Pep? Yeah, in a few days I have money, then I'm gonna check if they still have it. It would be pretty cool to own a CDI though. Oh, the dark music. I love... To be honest, I really love the music of Twilight Princess so much. The music of Twilight Princess is so good. They really, like, understood, like, oh, we need to create, like, a medieval epic, you know? So they created a medieval epic. The true and only medieval epic. Hey Ramon, welcome, welcome. I was standing with the man in the mirror. You are the man in the mirror. Have you ever considered that? And Lemon Pep gets a bunch of XP. Whoop. Yeah, we're gonna level the hell out of everything. Can I increase the speed even more? Fast forward speed. 8 times. Oh, wait, no, that's not... I just want emulation speed to be increased. Ho, ho. Here, FPS target. 240. Boom. Now everything is nearly instant. Perfect. Cool. Oh, I should maybe do a move that is actually effective. Nothing is effective. Oh my god, the game is so fast now. No, the game is so fast! Cool. Bye-bye. Earthquake. In the store that buys and sells old retro game consoles, and for killing, had Mystical Ninja starring Geomon boxed, which I was dying for when I asked how much a guy goes 120. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is so... So much stuff, like in terms of video game stuff nowadays, is so expensive. It's just like everybody's also going crazy for Pokemon cards again. Also have Mario Party, which they priced at 90. Yes, not surprised. For some reason, though, Mario Party is actually valuable. Because a lot of people speedrun Mario Party. For some weird reason. It still messes me up. Ice ain't effective to water. Like, yeah, I'm thinking the same every time I click the button and I accidentally do it. And realize, oh wait, that doesn't work on them. I forget, like, why? That makes no sense. Why would water like to be frozen? In a logical world, it would work, but we do not live in that world. Earthquake, kill. Oh, not very effective. Whoops. Uh-oh, now I'm poisoned. Hyper beam and die? Yeah, cool. Just gonna hyper beam it. Dumb fun fact: the common EV card went from $2 to $100 since Rayquaza's on the art, and Rayquaza is an expensive Pokemon. Yeah, oh, it's good. I know. I already spoke to Birdkeeper Toby about it, because he's getting rid of a lot of his Pokemon cards because this man's entire life savings were in Pokemon cards, which is crazy. Once you're like mid-30s, that like your entire net worth is in your Pokemon cards. And you're self-employed, so you need to fix your own retirement. That's kind of like a very risky way of playing the game. Yo, Nugget. Love the N64 Mario parties even today. Love playing it when the boys are over for a few drinks. Oh yeah, nothing better. We recently played a lot of like Wii and GameCube stuff that we hadn't played in ages. Like Mario Kart Wii, Super Smash Bros. Melee, we played some Brawl. Brawl did not age as well as I thought it would. Scalpers aren't a big problem for companies because the companies receive the money and what happens to their stuff afterwards isn't their concern as it doesn't make money for them. Yeah, no, there's no incentive for them to care. Which is fair. Like, at the end of the day, we all gotta remember, yeah? We all gotta remember. This is not the problem of those companies. This is not even the problem of capitalism. This is the problem of the consumer mindset. For some reason, consumers really, and to an extent, companies benefit from this, so they love to make it, like, push it a little bit. But everybody's not completely stupid. Everybody loves this exclusive stuff. When it comes to Pokemon cards, when it comes to cars, when it comes to shoes, when it comes to Stanley Cups. And I think it's also a bit of a like an evolution of how things have gone. Because due to us like technologically advancing so fast, and capitalism in many ways doing a really good job at increasing production, you know, or scale, and we're making it cheaper, a lot of stuff is not that expensive, you know, like comparatively speaking. Sure, a house is expensive, but you gotta remember, a lot of people, especially I know a lot of people, like couples, that live in a rental apartment that pay 1,600 euros, maybe a little bit of municipality money, you know, and look, some other things. So like they pay maybe 1,800 bucks a month for like gas, water, electric, everything they need. Because it's like a super modern building and their rent is like 1,600 euros. And they're a couple that combined earns almost 7,000 euros a month. So they have an insane amount of disposable income. So I think a lot of people also care about a lot of like getting a lot of the little knickknacks and a lot of the collectibles and everything. Because like this cup is not interesting. It's mass produced. It costs nothing. This is not cool. But it also, so it's kind of like I think it's partially like a disease of success, you know? Where it's like, oh, yeah, a lot of normal items, like this microphone is this microphone has not increased in price that lasts like 10 years. Like most items have, like, relatively speaking, become cheaper. So I think a lot of people start caring more about stuff that is very exclusive. Like nobody cares about this singular spoon, you know? It costs nothing. This is valueless. If I throw it on the street, nobody will even bat an eye on it. It's so valueless. Well, there were times that this spoon would have actual value, but now it's so valueless. If I open my door, I throw it out on the street, it will 3 years from now it will either be cleaned up by the municipality and in a landfill, or it will just be there still. A lot of stuff has become valueless, and a lot of people are spending their money on things that do not matter. And then complaining that they don't have money. I know a lot of people like this as well. And just a lot of people have like insane disposable income. It is crazy. The amount of people that I know that live in like rental places and have crazy disposable income. If houses were cheaper, nobody would ever, like, I think also a lot of people would be a lot less divided politically if houses were cheaper, because that's the only problem we have left. Everything else, relatively speaking, is not that expensive. It's mostly like a mortgage is expensive. It's like one of the last things. Hey Wiley, still playing Dusklight a lot? Yeah, I need to get on the Dusklight train, you're right. But it would become priceless because Dr.Wily used it. Yeah, but that's kind of like the idea. Put a Gucci logo on the spoon and it would become worth a lot of money. Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean. People spend money on things that do not matter. People buy a new phone every year, even though they can use this phone for at least 3 years before it actually becomes obsolete. Most phones more like 5 years. A lot of people who are poor because they are like hyper consumers. And they're like, yeah, I need to buy the newest iPhone every year. Yeah, of course I need that $200 limited edition pink Stanley Cup. Only difference between a normal Stanley Cup and this one, well, the normal Stanley Cup is like, for example, $40 or $30, you know. It is pink. So I have to have it. So I need to spend 5 times the normal amount. Like, that's very much what, like, the consumer world has gotten to. It's just like people, like, I can't buy a house, what's happening? Oh, by the way, I have spent $5,000 on League of Legends skins in the last 5 years. But I'm so broke? Yeah. Sure, buddy. You know, that kind of shit. There are so many people like this. So many people like this who act like they are incredibly broke, and then their house is filled with thousands upon thousands. I even have a friend of mine who also earns a good amount of money, like 3,200 euros a month, which is a good income here in the Netherlands. And he just buys cars, spends a lot of money at the garage in order to get his cars fixed, and then just sells the car at a loss. And he's done that 4 times now. I think that man has spent, in the last 5 years, that man has wasted a solid 20 to 30,000 euros on just buying cars, spending money on maintenance, and then selling the car for a loss. I think he has like a solid 30,000. The average house in Canada is well over $500,000 Canadian dollars. Yeah, the average price of a house here in the Netherlands is also above €500,000. Like I said, if housing was not like crazy expensive, which is mostly due to a combination of a lot of government incentive to make housing more expensive because that makes boomers happy and they are a big demographic for voting, as well as money losing its value because it can infinitely be printed by the central banks, and so you gotta invest your money, and that has also created even more drive to turn property into an investment vehicle, and also lack of building after 2008. Those 3 reasons. If that was not the case, and housing was, for example, here in the Netherlands, instead of €500,000 on average, 300,000 euros on average, or like 400,000 even, like a 20% decline, then everybody would just be like, oh, life is amazing. You know, nobody would have anything to complain about. Yeah, petty shit, that doesn't matter, you know, but I swear to God, I highly believe in this. Even if you say buying a house is just not an option, though, unless you want to live in a village in the middle of who knows where, 40 minutes away from the nearest supermarket. Not completely true either. A lot of people are like, yeah, but what if I save... But, like, a lot of people are like, yeah, but even if I save money, I'm not going to get there. A, you've never done the math. B, you can get there by just saving money and investing it, and then you can get it for a down payment. C, a lot of people are like, why can I not buy a house? Yeah, because your parents bought it together. You're trying to buy, like, 100 square meter house, like a big house, on your own. Yeah, the world was not prepared that everybody was all of a sudden going to be some sort of incel sitting alone in an apartment, which is much more common nowadays. So, like, all of that also... Oh, yeah, I needed to do ice. All of that also plays a role. It's also just because a lot of people are like, for example, if I would want to buy a house alone, yeah, that's going to be hard because the bank is not going to, like, throw a whole mortgage on me. But that couple I just discussed, you know, the 2 of them that earn almost 7,000 euros a month, they could easily get a mortgage. They can get a house, 100%. No problem at all. They can probably buy a pretty decent place. So there are a lot of factors. A lot of factors. Earthquake. Alright, let me get... Oh. I touched the mic. Let me get some lemonade. Chat, I'm dying. Kill me, please. Shit. Earthquake! Like, what do you see as lemonade? Like the Car van Zeventon or sprinkling lemonade? Lemon lemonade? Soda? Anything lemonade. As long as it's not like Coke or Fanta. It needs to be made from like a syrup, and it shouldn't be sparkling. Because that is like the classic lemonade. Oh, my hair feels amazing. It's so happy. Oh, it's so soft. Oh, my hair is so happy. It is having a good day. Ice beam or earthquake? Earthquake. Uh-oh, dog is angry. One of those syrups without water. Syrups without water? That exists? Lemonade I prefer to make fresh. No, I just have like simple syrups. Basically, like... How do you make lemonade fresh? As in like throw a bunch of lemons? When life gives you lemons... Ice Bem. That instantly did it. Loki chat, I'm feeling hella pissed off today, so I'm gonna get some stuff to cheer myself up. What is happening? What did you do? Well, no, what did you do? What happened? It's a better ask question. What happened, Mods? Who do we need to kill? We are going to avenge you, Mods. Who do we need to kill? Give us the coordinates for the drone strike. Lemon juice, lime juice, sugar, and water. I might actually do that tomorrow. That's a very good idea, Jojo. I might actually get some lemon and lime from the supermarket. Well, actually, no, I know where to get lemon and lime. Oh my god. I have a whole private hookup for lemon and lime. I should get it there. And what is some stuff? Yeah, I was about to say, what kind of stuff? Kirkland lemonade flavor with other natural flavors. Vitamin enhanced water beverage enhanced with C and B12. 0 calories per bottle. That is one thing, Crimson Laughwing, that I'm very jealous of with you Americans. I love your big chain stores. I also understand why Americans are fat. Like why America has a bit of an obesity problem. Because there's so much food, it is so cheap. Well, it kind of depends. Food here is also not that expensive, in my opinion. I find a lot of people nowadays with like the whole inflation thing. Oh, groceries are so expensive. Yeah, if you buy the A-brand store listed cookies and bag of crisp and that, and throw half of it away at the end of the month, yeah, then groceries are incredibly expensive that way. Because I buy like a quite broad scale, broad range of things and good quality and everything, and I spend like 300, 280, more like 280 a month. Jam in a roll, bread or toast? I don't understand. I don't like American bread though. American bread is absolutely fucked. I don't know what you guys did with it, but it's just like in Spain. It's like mushy, like Wonder Bread and stuff like that. It's just, oh my god. My mother is forcing me to stay with my grandmother's. I hate that place because a lot of bad things happen there, so it's a bad reminder. A strawberry jam baguette. Ooh, baby mods. Pretty good though. A good jam is not bad. If it's a good baguette. Like, the baguette needs to have some crunch. Or we're having a problem. Too much sugar. Yeah, it is a bit. It is a decent amount of sugar that you're having at that point. Oh yeah, whoops. Earthquake? Uh-oh, zap cannon. American bread ain't bread. It's pastry pretty much to EU due to sugar use. Yeah, 100% is. I don't like their bread. But to be honest, a lot of bread kind of sucks. Most countries are not that good at making bread. This is another thing I've learned. Along with beer, a lot of countries are also not good at making beer. And a lot of countries are also not very good at making bread. Like France makes good bread and pastry stuff. But Spain, no. Italy, no. Germany, yes. Belgium, yes. But they kind of borrowed that from us. We, yes. UK, also kind of mid bread. The bread is also not that good there. Most bread is just kind of mid. Unless you're from the best countries. With cream... You want to cheat? Go a box of jam donuts with cream and sugar. I'm not that big on sugar, but one thing I could probably eat every day is like American style barbecue. I could probably eat that every day. I'm getting hungry these days. What about toast? Toast is pretty good. But again, the toast, like the quality of the toast is based on the underlying bread. And American bread is just not very good. It kind of sucks for Americans that they can barely ever have real food. God bless European food guidelines and restrictions. So basically the Fed said, hey boys! Let's not put around a fistful of sugar in a single loaf of bread, but let's cut that in like half. Because it's healthier and not as sugar addicting. No, did you, Wily? Miley, Mods, because he wants to have a jam baguette. Oh, he needs to toast it. He needs to toast it. If you don't toast your bread, you're like kind of a villain. I like toasted bread more than like plain. I need to have a bit of crunch. I like a bit of crunch with my bread. But I'm just kind of a sucker for crunchy. Anything with a good amount of crunch, I just fall for it automatically. I'm like a simp for the crunch. Ever tried croco nuts? What are croco nuts? I've never heard of this in my life. Croco. What the fuck? A croco nut. Oh, this is one of them things. This is a blend between a croissant and a donut. No, I've not had that. What is it? Is this like a worldwide phenomenon? Or is this, like, just a Dutch thing? Everything in the Netherlands, like, a lot of bread products or pastry products is like, yeah, but what if we made it a croissant? Like, for some reason, everything is like croissant. X, but with croissant. Or this, but it is croissant instead of normal bread, you know? Or just like how a donut all of a sudden becomes croissant. It's so weird. What is this obsession with turning or like putting weird stuff on croissants? I love healthy brown-seeded whole grain bread toasted for lunch with cream cheese and with a fruit scone and a cup of tea. Hits the spot. 100% facts. I love like whole grain bread with like seeds and nuts and all that stuff. I like that so much more than like white bread, like sweet white bread. I find like a whole grain bread with like seeds and nuts and everything to be a lot more, like it has more depth to it in terms of flavor. While the other thing is just kind of bland and sweet. But it doesn't really have much flavor. I have like one bread that I buy a lot at the supermarket. Waldkorn, because it's like pretty good supermarket bread. And it kind of like when you buy it fresh, it kind of tastes like it has been like burned. In a good way. It kind of tastes like, yeah, burn. Like smoke. Well, not really smoke, more like burnt. But in a good way. Like dark roasted, you know? That kind of level. Love that. Die, you stupid Vaporeon! Are you gonna finish that croissant? And then I came back to my croissant. And he went to the supermarket for a croissant. Ass beam. No. Mace 2 is... As soon as Mace 2 is level 70, time for the stream hydration check. Is everyone hydrating properly? If not, you'll be, yeah, we'll waterboard you until you do. Everybody, mandatory waterboarding. Get in line. Alright, everybody, waterboarding check. Everybody fit check. I love how Ice Beam basically kills everybody here. And I bought a croissant. What was it? Ice Beam or Earthquake? It's either of the two. Ice Beam was. Again, Ice Beam. Ice Beam and Earthquake solves everything. My mom always gives me that hate on white bread, lol, like force steered me towards this bread. A loving way, but annoying AF. Same way with the rest of my life, still at age 35. You need to get out of there. It's the only thing I'm saying, Celtic. Your mom did a good thing by teaching you to eat like whole grain bread instead of like bread that will literally kill you. But get out of there. It still tells me some things shit if I eat it, a certain thing, and tells me off for it. And you tell her, Mom, I'm 35. I have my own apartment. Good. Good. And your mom is very overbearing still. You just tell her, no! Leave me alone! You fight her. No judgment on it, Celtic. A lot of people have a hard time finding an apartment. At least here in the Netherlands. Because it is kind of really hard to get something. But it's also kind of the government's fault. Because they've also kind of completely messed up. I sent you my lime lemon soda recipe via WhatsApp. Sick. Probably gotta make like a big can of that tomorrow. Like a big jug. And then I'll throw like a bunch of ice in it. Or I'll just leave it in the fridge. Then it'll also stay really cold. I'll turn my fridge up to like big boy mode. But I'm a big boy like Binky, so we'll hold it myself. Good job. Now you don't have to get shot again. Oh yeah, whoops. Mace 2, continue to kill. Yeah, I'll probably make like a leader. I have a liter of lemonade. I need to go to the supermarket tomorrow anyway. Because I found out I've run out of deodorant, which ain't great. I used my last bit of deodorant. So I need to get deodorant tomorrow, and I want to get milk. Because I really like milk when it's hot. Stream idea. Wily breaks into a milk farm and steals 50 liters of milk fresh from the source. Don't encourage me. You want ice in your eyes? Yeah, you want ice in your eyes? You want ice over your eyes? Someone wanted a vodka lemonade, and we didn't have lemonade there. Huh. Strange that you guys wouldn't have lemonade. For a cocktail bar. I would categorize that as strange, at least. I would say, wow, Dutch Courage, this is a weird company. Let me burn it to the ground now. Where's the torch? And I wouldn't be facetious. While the fairy fountain theme is on, throw on the noise of a huge fairy coming out, screaming, ah! No. We ain't doing any of that, chat. We're calming down. Which track is this? Oh, this is Frozen Rito Village. This is actually a very good track. As in to use in videos. Ooh. Yeah, this could be good for videos. That's pretty good. Oh, I need you. A Garambol? No, I don't care. May have had the weird screen, but they were absolute bad. You can, Shane, calm down. It was cheaper to make, to be honest, and old soda suppliers didn't have it in their set. New supplier does have lemonade, but yeah, not my circus, not my monkeys anymore. Yeah, no, that's facts. Have some ice. Yes, Kissy Kitty, please. Yeah, this song could actually be used for a video, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually a pretty nice track for, like, in a video. I could use that for a certain vibe. Oh, we'll just bite you to death. Teach your kid to be cold! Ooh, hydro pump. Maybe? Bite, surf, ice beam, earthquake. No. Yeah, no. Never mind. It can be more mysterious / sad now. Yeah, exactly. Sorry. No, don't be sorry, TC Kitty. I need the cold. My soul is way too hot. I need to get rid of some of that. Is the entire week gonna be this weather? It is, right? For all us Dutchies out here. Tomorrow is gonna be relatively cold. Oh, alright, I'm gonna voice over tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Oh, the weather is turning again. It's getting colder. Uh-oh. Bye-bye, hot weather. Hey, Pidgeot? Pidgeot. Bye. Oh, wait, no, I just need to ice beam it. What am I doing? A 1 billion IQ move is instead of making ice cubes water, make it with the drink you will put them in, so when they melt, they don't water it down. My beer is way too warm. Luckily enough, I made beer ice cubes. Now that would be something. I think if you do that with a lot of, I think some drinks you'll absolutely ruin the drink. See, it's genius. Yes, beer ice cubes, finally. My life for the beer ice cubes. Ice beam? What was it? Yeah, ice beam, right? Yeah, everything is ice beam. Everything in this roster is like, nobody survives the ice beam. Oh, what wouldn't work then? Come on then. What? You're all of a sudden telling me that 50% alcohol, like 100 proof vodka can't be frozen? What do you want about? How many how many alcoholic ice cubes to get drunk? Yeah. In the UK they have like standard drinks, you know? The amount of alcohol like in like a can or something is like a certain amount of standard drinks. In order to give you an indication of how much it will affect you. All these ice cubes are like one standard drink each. So if you swallow 14 ice cubes, that's your alcohol consumption for the week. Any more and the feds will tell you that it's unhealthy. Well, truly unhealthy. Ah, yes. I want my alcoholic ice cubes to be 60%, of course. Zap kind of missed by the end. Alcoholic ice cream does exist, so who wants to take ice cream shots? But this is more like Jello shots, isn't it? When are we gonna make the Wily alcohol, everybody? When am I finally gonna get that sponsorship with like some whiskey brand? That is like the dream. You don't even want to know. I really would love to get a sponsor deal with a whiskey brand. That'd be great. It's the only sponsor I would ever want. Alright, time to aura focus him. Aura blast! I'm aura farming you to death. See? Killed him. Hey, Lemon Pepper's level 62. This is going the right direction. I just want everybody at least, like, somewhere in the mid-60s, I think. I mean, you could start brewing something. My ice was water, sorry. Oh, no. We make whiskey. Alright, advertise them to me. Convince them. No, Jojo, it isn't illegal. If it was illegal, then moonshiners wouldn't have a job. They wouldn't be in business. Then what they are doing would be considered illegal, and that's not the case at all. There aren't like TV shows about illegal moonshiners that get caught by the cops. That's all an illusion. That's totally not a Discovery Channel show that existed at one time in point in time. I'll start producing my own alcohol. And I'll call it Billy Bastards Bangin' Booze. That's gonna be the name. Billy Bastards Bangin' Booze. That way I can, like, branch out. Instead of everything being Wily, now I have, like, 2 eggs in the basket, you know? 2 different eggs. Wily and Billy Bastards Bangin' Booze. And I'll just create a character around it. BBB. Yeah, Triple B. It will be just as good as Triple B Bonds. It'll be great. Some people have a condition where their body produces excessive amounts of alcohol. Is that real? I'm starting an independent company just to distill. I know all items. I need around 600 euros and where to buy one. It's legal to distill, not to own. Okay. Maybe Wily, maybe Wily's Wasters Willing Woozy works as a name. No, Billy Blastin' Billy, Big Babongos, the Dongo, Deaf Mountain Juice. The end. That is the name of my alcohol. I want the name of the booze to be so long that it like the label wraps around the bottle, you know, it goes round and round as the name goes. So, and it all needs to start with a B. It cannot start with any other letter. It needs to all be like a B, or at least one similar letter. Yeah, if you guys actually make whiskey, I'd love to try some. Some people make alcohol in their own body due to some oopsie in their genetic code. That is pretty cool. That is cheap drinking, as I would call it. Bacardi. No, not Bacardi. It needs to be long. It needs to be Billy Bob's blasting boozing bonanza. Like, it needs to be like going around the bottle, you know? Like, so the name starts here. And it just goes round and round because it's too long, you know, so it doesn't fit. And it all starts with the same letter. At that point, we're at a good spot. Then we're really starting to change. We're really changing the game at that point. Beep, 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 beep. Billy Bob's big... Billy Bob's Big Badonkers Boost Blast. Oh, I would love to make like ridiculous products. I would love to make that. I would love to like own a store that is similar to like the store the two Weasley brothers own in the Harry Potter like movies and book and everything. Like the joke store they own with all kinds of crazy products. I would love to own a store filled with products that are all kind of crazy and have like brand names on them and like packaging and everything, but it's not, there's no company behind it. It's just me making it, but it looks like it's like a mass-produced like actual corporation that makes the products, but it's just me, you know? It'd be hilarious. Round and round, record spins all day, basically. Best Dr.Wily beneficial booze bonanza by Bro Barry Prometheus featuring Billy Bob, the Irish singer. Want to go down to both? I swear to God, this world needs to be afraid if I ever become like a billionaire. I will spend my money on ridiculous shit that does not matter, and not in a way that Elon Musk does, where it's like annoying and toxic and has like ulterior motives. It's just for the fuck of it, you know? It's kind of how he made like flamethrowers with the Boring Company, but that's like the only thing we do. We just make ridiculous products. And nothing is like for real. I would love to do that. Wily's Wacky Wares would be a banger store. That would be crazy, right? Alright, everybody, start up the GoFundMe. No, I'd love to do that, because I just love to do silly shit. Like VAT-19. Yeah, kind of like VAT-19. That is a very good point. Kind of like VAT-19. Like the massive gummy worm and everything they did. Like, yeah, I would just basically be a new VAT-19. But the VAT-19 still, yeah, it still lives. You can buy gigantic gummy worms. What else do they have? Honey Hive Thinking Putty. Yeah, this is the shit I mean. Yeah, no, we're here. But there's a lot of putty and, like, candy stuff. It is very one-to... Weapon pens? I actually once gave a demonstration, not a demonstration, like kind of like a in-person class about like how to do YouTube and how you could use it for your brand. And I used VAT-19 as a very good example. And I said you need to make a video or like content around your product that is like interesting, funny, and everything. Instead of just being, this is an ad, this is an ad, this is an... You need to trick them by getting them in with, like, something cool or fun about it. Or useful, or, like, something... They get something out of it instead of just being, like, ad. Yeah, no, they mostly sell garbage. Confetti high five, a huge button, and if you high five, confetti comes out. Yeah, this is the store I would be running. An oversized playground ball. Like, oh my god, these guys make the most ridiculous shit. What the fuck? Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Yeah, Myron, I was kind of on that kind of, like, mindset when I was thinking of, like, the booze name. I thought to myself, I want to be like Doug Dimmadome. What are the levels of the Pokemon on your team? Don't forget to level them up, too. No, I'm just, like, focusing on Mace and, after this round, because Mace has hit level 70, we're going to switch it over, and then somebody else is going to be in front. And I'll probably keep the XP share on, whatchamacallit, for a hot second until he probably at least reaches level 65 before I would switch it to another Pokemon. Wicked Wily's Wonderful Weapons Grade Plutonium. Welcome to Wicked Wily's Wonderful Weapon Grade Plutonium. Ah, what are you here for today? And then there's like some guy from the Ayatollah from Iran who's like, ah, yes, I would love to buy weapon grade plutonium. Nobody tell you US, okay? Of course. Well, we at Wicked Wily's Wonderful Weapon Grade Plutonium never tell to you about the feds. We have our entire inventory labeled as edible chalk. And rubber stamps. That's the only thing we sell on paper. A confetti cannon, but it has a random timer when it From when it's sold to randomly go off. It can be 1 minute, can be 3 months, you never know. That is kind of fun as well. But it needs to not be a confetti cannon. It needs to be a confetti bomb. It needs to be more dangerous. It needs to, like, it needs more lawsuit potential, you know? Oh, I should just use surf. Oh, well, doesn't matter that much anyway. True customer service, that is, 100%. Also, what do you mean, mods, that COD games used to be basically viruses? Edible chalk. You fucking dingleberry. I wanted edible cookie dough. Does edible chalk even exist? This stream is so not serious today. Yes, edible chalk does exist. It is not like an actual hazard. Or is this just chalk? No, I'm not talking about like chalk that is clearly candy. I want it to be like chalk as in kids use it and then when they're... I want to sell chalk to like children in like all kinds of like colors, you know, like normal chalk they would have. And then it would go on the dirty street, like the pavement, and it would just chalk with it. And like, yeah, I just eat it. All right, chat. We should make like a gift, like a joke store or gift store, but like it's kind of like a speed run to like bankruptcy because we get sued for every single thing we make. Do you want to buy this mini reactor that slowly radiates your living room? Psycho Pinkie Pie? Yeah, it's just a completely normal, like, kind of like American-style pie. But they are, like, pinkies made out of, like, frosting. That are, like, kind of hard, like, sticking up out of the pie, but you can't see them until you bite into them. And then they stab you in the roof of your mouth. So, old COD games, hackers figured out ways to access your PC, and now it's used to gain full control of it. COD 4 Remaster, Black Ops 2. That really sucks, though. An RC helicopter with a camera and AI, the moment it sees a human on the camera, it will fucking auto-aim to hit them in the face. Yeah, but that's just called the Pentagon. It's not too impressive. The Pentagon already does that. That's not cool. They already do this. This is just Ukraine. More lawsuit potential? Wily's chocolate surprise. Egg without surprise egg inside. Just a chocolate egg. Yeah. No, I want a very tiny, tiny, tiny note with a font and text that is almost ineligible, you know? You really need to, like, look at it and really focus, and it just says, fuck you. That's it. That's it. Oh, shit, I need to switch out Mace. Oh, well, Dudley, you were beaten in 6 seconds. What level is Lemon Pep? Lemon Pep is level 63. No, we'll continue with Lemon Pep for a hot second. Everything in the store needs such a new crazy cap cookies. Yeah, it's like cookies, but it's made with like aluminum. They look like cookies, they really do, and the outside is actual cookie, but underneath there's like just aluminum, like caps, like bottle caps. Papa Pietro's perfect power plates. It's weightlifting plates that slowly but surely become lighter over time. Fingleberry's fiery flaming fungus fork. It's just a fork with a flamethrower built in. Like one of those roofing, just like how the Boring Company works as a quote-unquote flamethrower. And last but not least, Great Grandpappy's Gonzo gun. It just shoots like beanbags. It's just a beanbag gun. No, we should actually, like, it should actually just not be like a beanbag gun, but it should just be like an airsoft gun. But it shoots those BBs at like 1,000 feet per second, you know, like 4 times faster than any BB gun is allowed. Sounds like America. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Oh, for legal reasons, this would 100% be an American company. Are we going to loop? This man is looping. What is this? Cowboy Bebop music? No. In America, you have to pay the politicians to stay in business. Fact. Or the gun was built in Russian roulette. It just fires half of the time. That could also be. Wait, Wily dinnerware with a 1 in 100 limited edition that contains pewter to poison you. No, I would love to... like, the store should have, like, a dinner set, like a plate set of, like, 6 plates. And they all look identical. And they're all the same. But once every, like... And there's no off switch. It is, like, powered by, like nuclear material. So it will function for thousands of years. And it will just randomly shock... like, sent a voltage of like 200 volt through the plate randomly for like 5 seconds and stops. And it just does that in random intervals. Could be a minute, could be a year. So you could just be holding a plate with food on it and it will just shock you and then you drop it. And then there's nuclear material on your floor. Sick. Earthquake? Did you make your stream before? Did you make your dinner before the stream, or are you gonna finish a half-made one like the other day with roasted chicken and veg? How was that, by the way? It looked really good. It was really good. The veg out of the oven is a classic one. No, I have like a burrito like ready, and I might actually like warm that up in like a hot second and eat that because I'm pretty hungry still. And I'm probably not gonna voice over tonight. Because usually, like last time when I had food during stream, it kind of screwed me when I did the voiceover, because then I just have like 100 million hiccups. Eating food like an hour or so before you do a voiceover is not great. I'm not gonna lie. Later today, due to a random pain in my stomach for some reason. Thankfully, I'm fine now. Whoa, are you okay, Garyork? A pizza that is in 6 pizza slices, but one of the slices is an untouchable lead pill in it, and nearly lethal doses, but not lethal enough. Yeah, not exactly lethal. And it would be distributed across the pizza evenly, so you cannot discern it through weight. Shane, super shabonking star socks. They're socks, but like size 300, maybe as big as a car. Yeah, that would work. I would love to... They should make like socks with razor blades installed. So when you slip it on your foot, you cut yourself. Or a basketball, but it has like a sort of motor steering ball in the middle of it that can kind of pull it towards direction. So you just throw the ball, and like 1 out of 10 shots you try to do in the hoop, it will just automatically like some ball, like electrical component, and it will steer one side and will pull the ball to the other side and you'll miss. And it will like fly around and come towards your head. And then it explodes with confetti. And that was it. An unannounced worldwide gotcha for a one-way ticket to Chernobyl. Yeah, the heart of it. Inside of the iron sarcophagus. Like, you need to go into the sarcophagus. Or maybe one of those 8 balls, but when you shake the 8 ball, instead of it giving like a message, it's like a portion of like the elephant's foot, like one of the most nuclear materials found in Chernobyl that will float to the surface, and you'll just realize you got cancer. That's it. Oh shit. Oh, the hyper beam worked. Good. Level 64, Bell Blossom. Nope. Strength? This started with beer with a funny name, and now we are planning wacky ways to harm people. No, wacky products. You're not here to harm people. It is capitalism. It says clearly on the outside what the fuck is going to happen to you in very small letters. An 8-ball, but the only answer it has is maybe. That's just annoying. A Wily video game console, the Soldier Boy, just like the Soldier Boy one, but it also contains ammonia gas to cool the system. But a flimsy glass tube, so if it breaks, you can possibly die. Evil Wily, yes, always. An 8-ball that only says maybe is also a great invention. But what also would be a great thing to have is like a coin that looks like two distinct sides, but as soon as you flip it, it's always like the opposite side of what you wanted. I don't know how you do that. It's probably like, at this point, like cursed, you know. But if you're like, oh, heads or tails, or like, oh, heads, and the coin is just like, gotta land tails, you know, like both sides switch to tails almost like mid-air, you know. I would also love to own like a cursed item shop, but like the items are actually cursed. That'd be great. Can you even imagine that? It would be like that film Obsession, or like a horror story I once read about like a voodoo store. I would really like that. I'll just sell my like haunted wares, or that one episode of Rick and Morty. That would be pretty great. I'd love that. I'll sell all kinds of haunted shit. You know what I recently saw, and kids got that, and I was really like jealous. There's this, what is it called again? Maybe I can find it. Yes! This is so cool. Look at this. Wait. Chat, look at this. Metal molders! You could use this to like craft your own little miniature metal things out of like tin. In the beginning, it was actually, I think they actually in the beginning used lead, or like a tin lead alloy, which is really dumb, because this is made for kids. And it melts like tin, so it will burn you horribly. But I would have loved this as a kid. This is great, look at this. But they actually used to make cool toys for kids, but now all of that is illegal. Sucks. You used to make cool shit. You used to give kids like 22 long rifles, you know, like guns, like straight up like real firearms. I'll go play in the yard, and they're like 14 without like supervision, or like, to be honest, like a lot of gun training. You used to do cool shit. Now we're lame. Oh, he's tired. I was about to say. Well, you're dead. Bye, super nerd. Super idiot. We'll also have like a bunch of money after this, which is great. Because I needed some money. But we should bring this back, everybody. We need to find investors. I bet we can poke Elon for this, because Elon will put money into anything. That man will spend like no tomorrow. Strength? Uh-oh. Yeah, no, I would love to own a cursed invisible camo pants. No, you know what we should make? We should like as soon as the store like starts, you know, the store opens and obviously it becomes a success because you can buy borderline magical items that are kind of cursed. So any bad reviews will not be left behind because those people die. And a lot of people would be like, oh my god, these objects can do things that are sick, but they always have like a little problem to them, you know, a little curse, a little twist. It's just like the film Obsession, but like with normal items. And then what we'll do, instead of creating invisible camo pants, we'll create the Midnight Deluxe, which is like a really hyper realistic, like super cool car. but but the software is incredibly janky, and it's made with that one black paint that is like the darkest black paint you can buy, so it sucks up 99.99% of all light, so it's incredibly unsafe to drive at night. And we'll just make sure that especially the lighting on the car, internal and external, is incredibly buggy. So you're driving on the highway or something, or the motorway, and then you'll just randomly like, oh, la, 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 and then all your lights will cut out, and you're basically invisible for everybody. Sussy Wiley, will you sell Shane's soul for 62 cents? 63 is the best I can do. This boy is worth more. Yeah, Phantom Black. A watch that goes faster and slower at random times, so it's never correct. Yes. No, it should be better, because now we have access to cursed objects, so it should be a watch that, when you're in a rush and time really matters, you know, like, oh, I need to go in 10 minutes, then it will slow down, so it's like, oh, I still have 5 minutes left, you know, and it's like, you should already be out of the door, you're already 5 minutes late. You know, and then when you're like, you have all the time in the world, it speeds up like mad. So you can never relax. And whenever you need to get anywhere, you're always late. Because when you're in a rush, it slows down. And when you're relaxing, it speeds up. It's like the Burnout watch. We call it the Burnout Deluxe. Boom. And we specifically market it towards people who work in like positions that it matters, you know, like lawyers. Or like bankers. Watch, but it has no arms, so you never know what time it is. No, let's make it more fucked up. Oh yeah, I need to. Oh, Giga Drain. Werewolves, what are you doing here? I'm not gonna lie, but. No, it's even better. We should create a watch where anytime you want to check the time, you have to like fingerprint scan in order to unlock it. But the fingerprint scanner is like obnoxiously small, so you need to do it like 6 times. And sometimes it really doesn't work at all, and you can't like put in a pin code, so it will just block you, and you can't use the watch for 5 minutes. And even when it pops up like that, it's like blocked for 5 minutes, it still won't show the time. It's just a very infuriating product. Also, if the light does work on the car, it must be the widest, most intense light with high beams. Yeah, I would love to have a car. We also need to make that like a car where the lights on the car will kind of just like how like a lighthouse works. The front beams of the car are like set on rollers, so when you turn it on, the lights just go like this constantly. So it's like. We're up in the sky, down, straight in people's face. Oh, yes, it's getting towards the road. I can finally see road. And then it, like, goes inward, you know, and then you just see nothing. And then it's like, and then it gets back up, and it's like, go. That would be the most annoying shit ever. We're just kind of trying to make, like, how can we infuriate people the fastest? Or, like, waste people's money and resources. Yeah, a flashlight that's either like 10,000 lumens or 0. It's either all the light or none of the light. It's between 6 p.m. and midnight. The game listens to Buena's password on the Johto radio and got the radio to tell her the password. You can get 1 point a day from it. Yeah, but what is... And with a few points, you can get a rare candy. Yeah, but that's not really worth it at this point. I never use my phone to check the time. That's what I have a watch for. Yeah, that's why the watch is specifically made for you. The one with the fingerprint scanner. It'll be great. It's like it. And the funny thing is about the phone with the fingerprint scanner, this could actually happen. Because like Apple already made a mouse where the charging port is at the bottom. So, you know, knowing big tech companies, we can always waste more money on dumb shit. A water camo life jacket. No, it would be better to have like a life jacket, like a water life jacket. But as soon as you pull the rope, it also releases like blood and pheromones to attract sharks. That'd be great. A 1mm HDMI cable. Yeah, just super short cables. Is it worth playing Twilight Princess with Hideko's 4K texture pack? I think so. Like, just messing around with the new PC version is worth it regardless. An oxygen tank for divers, but instead of oxygen, laughing gas. A charger that only works at a specific angle and pressure. Yeah, but that is like an old charging cable. But they should be brand new, but it still works like that. It's Pokemon game time that you can set, not the actual time. Oh. A pants and belt combo that when it hears someone of the opposite gender in the area talk, it will slowly unbuckle and unzip your pants. Oh, that'd be great. Sometimes I really wish I had like billionaire money so I could do stuff like this. Sacred Flame, die. All the XP is going to Lemon Pep. No, but I want it all to Big Smoke as well. A computer mouse that randomly moves and clicks on its own. That's like a virus. I've seen a virus like that before. Hyper Beam, just die. Have you seen that engineering contest where software engineers had to make the most tedious way to change a PC's volume? Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that. That is great. That is exactly the kind of shit I want to make. I swear, where can I get like a few $1 billion? I'll put like $50 million of that couple billion. I'll put that on the side into like something safe so I'll be fine. And then $950 million will be spent as fast as I humanly can. Race to the bottom. I will just, for the fuck of it, I'll start smoking cigarettes and light my cigarettes with €500 bills. I'll use a lighter to light said bill on fire, so to light said cigarette. I want to have one moment in my life. And this is not a joke, this is real. I want to have one moment in my life where I just spend an absorbent amount of money, like a crazy amount of money, on just debauchery, just like trash, garbage. Like buying like a $50,000 like car and then driving that car through France, and at the end of like the trip, after spending loads of money and doing all kinds of other crazy shit, just putting it in drive and just jumping out of the driver's seat and just off a cliff, like sick. Just stupid shit. I would love to do that. A contraption that warms up chicken by slapping it. Yeah, I've seen that video. A shirt made of material that will randomly stretch or shrink, making it never fit. Yeah, but it always does that as soon as it's outside of out of the dryer. It looks normal when it's outside of the dryer, and the next time you look into your closet, it's either like baby-sized or it's like jumbo, big boy, Big Smoke would wear it size. Diamond would not be able to escape the hood. Why would it not be able to escape the hood? Now that you mentioned the oxygen tank for diving made me think how I want to get a license to deep sea dives. So I can do shipwreck visits. Looks so cool to do them online. That would kind of terrify me, because I think the deep ocean like that is kind of terrifying. Mott's, will it work with sausages size 7 centimeters and up? The perfect content creator, guys. Yeah. Well, I could technically always go insane and become Togi. I could always do that, like a creator like Togi. So I coin flip somebody for like my $2 million apartment, or I spend $50,000 every day on parlay sports betting and lose $700K in a year. I could always do that. I could, but then I would also have to take sponsors from gambling websites, because that's kind of how he finances it, as far as I understand it. Because he doesn't get that many views a month. Most of his shit is, I think, coming from his own companies and stuff. And, like, Again, gambling companies will pay you obscene amounts of money. You ever gone skydiving? No. I have a fear of heights, and I think I would be freaked out if you dropped me in the deep ocean. I think I would also kind of, like, be very uncomfortable swimming in the ocean. Like, even if there's a boat nearby, like my boat or whatever, you know, I would still be like, Lemon Pep, kill him. I have twice. No, that is terrifying. Swift? No. Yes. Dumb Wily spams Earthquake on a flying Pokemon. Yeah, I was not paying attention. The game also goes incredibly fast. You gotta remember that. Let's go gambling. Amazing idea. A printer that only prints a picture of a middle finger. I would put that in, like... Oh, if you could hack, like... If you could hack, like, the printer in a school to do that, that would be great. Cool, I will just infinitely do this, I guess. Can you stop it to protect? Yes, great, fantastic. We can infinitely do this if you want. I was about to say, you could also just consider to die. Jeez Louise, you're annoying. Stop with the protect! Here, Sacred Fire, just die. Leave me alone. Cool Trainer Kevin, you suck. How about a printer that just works? No. Ew. Ew, chat. Everybody ew. Everybody quickly ew. Everybody did ew. Have you seen the book called Meow? What the Meow, a novel. What the? What? The biography of Professor Dr. Meow Meow, over 100 pages filled with the word meow. Is there like a look in? Can I look in? Is there like a show version? It's 128 pages. It just says meow. The biography of Professor Dr. Meow Meow, over 100 pages filled with the word meow. The perfect gift for a cat lover. You know what we should do at some point? Because it would be a lot of fun. It's not an original idea. We should, with stream, yeah, we should collectively do some sort of shit show Saturday. And the only thing we do is I'll do like something that spurs donations, and then we'll use said donation money for stream, like stream viewers, to vote on dumb stuff to buy on Amazon or stuff like that, and then I'll open it on stream. So first we do like a streaming event where like which hopefully brings in a good amount of money, and we'll add like a little extra bonus for anybody who donates and stuff, like make it a bit action, you know. And then we use that money to like vote on stuff to buy on Amazon, and then I'll open it on stream. The YouTuber Doug did the same thing. A book with the only word Doug. He then also temporarily changed his names to establish writer Doug and tried to become a New York Times bestseller. Hell yes. Get Wally 100 waifu, Paul. It really doesn't matter. Vote. You guys vote. As long as it's not like... I will be able to check whether I get like demonetized or other bullshit from it. But that would be so much fun. You guys can buy like a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito, the Meow book, a body pillow, a tea kettle, but without the bottom part, so I could never heat the tea kettle. You can just buy whatever, I don't care. Just buy me garbage. It'll be great. That would be a lot of fun. I would enjoy that. I would like that. Alright, let me put my burrito in his pan so it can warm up. Go in there. Stay in, Philly. Don't come out. Stay in. Stay in. Let's put it on 5, because this thing is rather aggressive. And put some chili oil on it. Oh, kids, you don't even want to know how good that's going to taste. God damn. One copy of a book of a certain historical figure. What if we bought a fax machine and then would fax you random shit during the stream? Oh my god. How do fax machines work? Is there like a code that they need? Oh, you can send it over a phone line. God. Modern fax machine. Yes, there are modern fax machines. That is actually a very good idea. Yes, that is a very good idea. I like that a lot, Shane. That is funny as fuck. I'm gonna write that down. That's actually a good idea. This is gonna go on my my extra donation incentive and stream idea list. Oh, on not stream, stream. Fax machines use phone numbers. As long as I could set up the fax machine in such a way that it doesn't compromise my network, or comes in touch, like in contact with my network, like so somebody can fuck with me. That is actually a genius idea. I'm just saying, why do pictures of his own 4? Yeah, but that's the whole point of the fax machine. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm dying to see that camera that follows you while you're away at the counter. Yeah, it's great, right? I love this camera so much. It's funny. A bowling ball with no holes to put your fingers in. You know what also would be a really good idea? Like a baseball, but it's the same weight as a bowling ball. But size-wise, it's the same as a baseball. But it weighs the same as a bowling ball. And then you just put it in one of those baseball machines, and then you have fun. You have a grand old time. No, this guy's already too overleveled. Stop. I will be expecting 10% of the profits from the fax machine. Yeah, if you donate $5, you can send me a fax. That's so funny, though. Underwear made out of underwear made out of tungsten. Guys, I think... Alright, chat. I think we're cooking up something here. We're really doing it. We're changing the world. One shitty invention at a time. I love how Big Smoke also just cannot die due to leftovers. It's kind of funny. Hello. It's really hard to, like, do that one. Like, navigate it. But a fax machine is actually like a really good idea. That might actually be a better idea than the packages even. It would be so funny. And it needs to be like in the background. So you can just see in the background the fax machine turn on and like print. As long as people cannot hack my Wi-Fi or my network or figure out where I live by hacking like the fax machine or something like that, it should all be good. Because you are sending like a signal to a certain location. So it just needs to be obscured like massively. We'll have like an extra camera on stream, and it's just a fax camera, you know? It just films the fax machine. That's actually a bad idea, because people will send me horrendous shit. That fax machine cannot check whether the image is okay for YouTube's guidelines or not. I have to stand up and pick up the fax, and if it's unacceptable, I need to ditch it. I too survive off leftovers, Big Smoke. Big Smoke was the original OG, the original student. That ramen, that has gone miles. I may not have a brain, but I might have an idea. Selling secondhand needles. Crazy. Sewing needles, or... The fuck did I just hear? I just heard a tap. It sounded like right behind me. Chat, is there a ghost in the room? Please tell me if there's a ghoulie. I don't like est ghoulie. At leech life, bro. You're not gonna leech much. The leftovers. Yeah, he's not even killing him. Just blocked off the street off the recycling bin in the hospital. Selling no-no needles? There's a goon behind you. What, a gooner? Oh my god, it is a ghoulie. It's est ghoulie. It's a ghost of one of the victims of your future inventions. Yeah, it's a time-traveling ghost. I killed him in 2040 with my springy sprongy sprangy. Which is a pen that has a 1 in 10 chance if you click it, it will just like explode due to the pressure of the spring inside of it. And it will just shoot like a needle that has like a very strong poison in it. Also, Freddy, I thought you vacuumed. It doesn't look like it. Fucking idiot. There's still trash everywhere. I thought you did what I asked you to do. Okay, let me check the burrito before it burns. Nah, this is gonna take a while. Put it on 6. Also, let me put my floor back and grab it in. Yeah, Freddy, you really suck. I'm annoyed by this now. Wait, 1 second. I'm annoyed. Freddy, you absolute buffoon of a robot vacuum. Especially the entrance of my house needs to be vacuumed, you idiot. Grab it. Thank you. So what is this stain? What is this? Let's just get straight up there. God, I can't deal with this. I get distracted. 5 Nights at Freddy. Freddy Fazbear vacuuming me? Show us the vacuum. It is just a vacuum, chat. You guys demand the weirdest things. Last stream, all of you screamed at me, "Oh, Wily, why can't you show us, like, the ashes of your dead grandfather?" Or, "Oh, Wily, why can't you show us the illegal documents you've received about the Epstein Islands from Jeffrey personally?" You guys really need to stop asking me for all these things. I don't have anything. Yeah, an electric, yeah, one hand pump. Hand pump vacuum cleaner. And every stroke it gets harder, you know, like it gets progressively harder. Hyperbeam, die. Oh, not even? Ask him about his fancy pillow on his bed. I don't even have fancy pillows. Why can't you show us the stolen Declaration of Independence? Yeah, you know that movie with, fuck, what is his name again? Fuck. Is that one crazy guy? Screw you, Jojo. What is it? Nicolas Cage, finally. Jeez Louise, that took way too long. You know that one movie with Nicolas Cage? Yeah, that's me, bro. I am Nicolas Cage. I would really like to look in the mind of Nicolas Cage. That man is crazy. Cool, Lemon Pep, good job. Oh, look how fast. Now Pokemon is officially too fast now. 2 times speed is like perfect when playing Pokemon, like old Pokemon. But 4 times speed is a bit, because this is how much speed? Yeah, this is like 4 times speed. 4 times speed is a bit too intense. Alright, let me see. What is the situation? 63, 71, 67. Yeah, I know you cringed. That's why I did it. Wily always wins. Made you cringe. I made you cringe. I saw you cringe. It's like one of those, picture from my cringe compilation. Ka-ching! I saw you cringe when I did 6-7. No, Big Smoke can actually stay in the front for like one more round. I might actually grind more of this off stream, just to save you all the hassle of watching me do this. Schoolboy Babble Bear is defeated. Alright, bye. Do I still have lemonade? I don't have lemonade. Why is he laughing like Dexter's rival from Dexter's Laboratory? I don't know. Yeah, no, I have a lot of them need to be leveled more. I would love for everyone in the team to be level like 70, you know? But I'll probably, when I have time, I'll probably grind this off stream. I'll need to see when I have time though, because when I'm grinding this, I can't really do much else. And I do kind of, if I want to hit the 6 videos a month, I certainly need to grind in terms of making videos stuff this week. Because I have 2 videos that I want to do, and that is the true cost of the Zora armor, looking at how it's made and how it changed over the years and etc, etc. Basically a video about the Zora armor. I made a video about that long ago, but that video was only 8 minutes, and this was before Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where Zora armor is completely different in many ways. So I'm gonna do that. Oh, bye Jojo. Good luck tomorrow. Last idea, an arm clock that you have to break with a hammer. No, you can't repair it. Like disposable. It blows itself up. And I want to do a video about stone talus. Like the origin of the stone talus. Where did they come from? Sure, some sort of rocky ore on the back of them, seems to be their lifeline, but how does that work, you know? Why are some sections of like rare ore are alive and stone talus and others are just like nothing? I haven't done anything for that video yet. Yeah, true. But like I mostly want to focus, I need to get those 2 videos out. The Zora armor video is basically done. Look at this thumbnail, by the way. I'll show you the thumbnail. I'll show you all the thumbnail. Look, it's pretty cool. Where is it? Where's my streaming software? Here it is. Look. This is the thumbnail. I put like the two Zoras, crossed out eyes, grayed out. Link holding the Zora armor, big shine on him, like nice centerpiece. And then the title is like the true cost of the Zora armor. Salt, because everything needs more salt. Well, knife or the end. Everybody look at this beauty! Ooh, no. It's focusing on me! A 4-legged table, but you need to buy a subscription for it. You only get 1 leg every 3 months. Yes! Build your own table adventure. But it sucks. Honestly, that would be funny. Just infuriate them. And be inconsistent about the messaging when the next leg comes. No, I'm not gonna level them to 80, are you crazy? I just need to level them to level 70. All of them. And then we are good. But yeah, no, the Zora thumbnail, I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. I think, like I said, I think it looks good. Pretty sick thumbnail. But I am gonna mess with the Stone Talus thumbnail still. It's not exactly how I want it. Earthquake. Die, thank you. Oh, food. Oh. What? Strength. That burrito stuffs? Yes, it does. Wait. Look, burrito. It's just very bog standard burrito though. But it has a good shine to it. Good crisp. Has a good crisp. And chili oil makes everything great. I'm not gonna lie. I actually got more. Look. Boom. Did you just say crispy like a furry? Yeah, because I've been saying quanch the whole time as well. Why? You're not paying attention, Maron. What are you on about? Guess who's not paying attention? They're also thinking of selling the chili. Because this is from a friend of mine who's from Mexico. And she brings it every time she comes from Mexico. Like visits back home. And she's considering selling it. As in, start a little food company, start selling like the roasted, like powdered chili, and then just add your own oil and you have chili oil. That kind of angle, you know? I'm kind of sick with a tummy ache. I'm trying my best. Oh, my one. He hates us. Yes! Finally gets through your thick skull. Could have sworn that was a bag of weed. Of red weed. Well, I think if you were to smoke that, you would probably die. I'm not gonna lie. Because this is really good. Like, if you don't like spicy food, you're not gonna like this. I even know, like, other people, like, loads of other people even who are more, like, spice tolerant are like, whoop. But I love this kind of shit. The more it burns, the better it is. But I would give this is... No, I've had spicier, but this is still very, very spicy. Oh, and it has crunch. The more it burns, the better it is. Every pyromaniac. I mean, they have a point. It's so cool that Midler's Lament won't be interrupted in Dusklight. Yeah, I really need to play Dusklight. I need to really plan that for next week. Red cocaine. Yeah, let me snort it. Snort that up for chat. What, the whole bag? God. Guys are like, oh, 300 grams. Let go. Also, everybody, to slice a different topic, we ran into a problem, and I need your help. Since we were discussing it today, there's so much drama and cancellations and all that stuff in the Pokemon community, but the Zelda community has nothing. None of us have ever been ousted as, like, for something, like, bad we've done or someone we screwed over or something, you know? So we need to come up with, what can we come up with? Can we come up with as, like, fake drama for the Zelda community to finally have our own little thing? The Pokemon community is taking all the attention. All the dramas in the Pokemon community. We have none. We don't fight amongst each other. We don't do anything cool. So what are we gonna do, chat? We need to come up with, like, the Zelda community needs drama. We need to figure it out. We need our own drama. Like, the community needs drama, and we're not delivering it. Shane, do you want to get banned? Aside from that, he's a married man. His beautiful wife. Ah, my red weed. If weed was that color, I would go back to the shop. I would be like, I don't think that's green. I might be colorblind, but I'm not an idiot. But we need some form of drama, because we have nothing. The Zelda community is so boring. Accuse someone of being vegan. Well, that's quite easy because Celtic is. I should start fake beef with Celtic. That would be fun. Because we never have drama. We never have beef. We never do anything. We never fight amongst ourselves. Like, well, come on. Everything is like, okay. But that's not good. We need like a fight. Make a controversial tier list. How controversial? Well, Wily, you can't have beef because Celtic is vegan. Son of a bitch. I love how Georg and Mods were on the exact same level at basically the same time. Those messages came back to back. It was funny. Yeah, I need to discuss with Celtic to like what kind of beef can we start. And it needs to be like kind of believable beef, because otherwise it's just like, oh, you're just parodying, doing a parody of like the Pokemon community. Stab Hyrule Gamer. That'll do the trick, but it needs to be something that isn't necessarily like prison. It needs to be drama, but it can be prison time. Vegan beef with Celtic? I need to... I'm after this, I'm gonna text Celtic and I'm gonna tell him, alright, we got our work cut out for ourselves. Because the two of us were in the Discord and we were discussing the whole situation and we were like, our community never has beef. There's nothing has ever happened in the Zelda community. Accuse someone of, accuse a Zeltuber of being a furry for liking Wolf Link. But I think that will actually be accepted, weirdly enough. Even though it shouldn't be. No, those people should be in prison. I barely call them human, you know? I'm not being facetious at all. I'm being super serious. I'm super serious Wily, always, all the time. But none of us do bad things. Zeltek is just like a married man and he has a kid. And he lives a quiet rural life. I do nothing. I already said to them, because I thought it was funny. I think the only thing I'll ever be like, they'll try to like cancel me for is that I use the word retarded. It's kind of it. It's kind of the only thing you have on me. Only skeleton in my closet. The furries ain't human? The billionaires ain't human. Animal abuse them? Today, a man in downtown Montana animal abused another man who called himself Wolf Link. We need to... What we could also do, because that would also work really well, we need to... The restarted community forgives you, Wily. Yes! Something wrong with being a furry is a good thing. Well, that's what you think. We should take one member in Wily abuses Roomba. That is also fact. We should find like one member in the Zelda community and kind of drive that person insane, just like Chris Chan, and then we have our pariah. Wily was racist to clankers. Oh no! No, I think if there's anything people would try to cancel me over, which I would find hilarious, it's either retarded, like the word retarded, using it, or it would be like, oh, Wily sometimes uses AI in thumbnail making. I think that's literally it. That's literally everybody, like that's kind of all they would have that to piss people off. This man uses AI sometimes. How dare he? It's like, oh, yes. How dare I use Photoshop features? Oh my god, he said the R word. You mean register to vote? No, retarded. Dr.Wily is a hidden Belgian agent whose mission is to destroy the Netherlands. Yes. One normal waffle at a time. No Stroop involved. I should do... I need to... Guys, we need to come up with something. The Zelda community is like yearning. Just like how the kids are yearning for the mines, the Zelda community is yearning for drama. We either need illegal behavior or a gross, gross misuse of power, you know? Nothing else will do. It is that simple. I only have earthquake. Okay. That is fine. This is fine. Oh, that burrito was so good. And the only thing it was is just salt, pepper, garlic, chili oil, smoked paprika powder, and a lot of lemon and mandarin. Meet up at a con, then say that an X amount of Zelda tubers went to a con orgy with fans, but don't say who. People will start attacking each other because nobody knows who it was. This would be a very much a me thing to do, because I think it would be funny. But I think the repercussions for it would be too large for me to actually do it. Just to do something like that. And I would have to be like very public about it. I would have to like the outreach needs to be. But I just use struggle. Oh, that's completely fine. Nobody cares. Do you want to change Pokemon? No, just struggle. But that is actually a very good one because that lays like a trap, you know. Come on, win this fight, win this fight, win this fight. Idiot. Binky, finish the job. Hyper Beam. Michael, Trainer Kevin, you're not cool at all. Wily one time called one of his fans short. I think I called Marone short when I saw him run into the train. And I told him, congratulations, you did it. That was probably the driest, like for me, the funniest fan interaction. Like interaction for somebody who like watches the channel. The fact that it was just him. While I was there with my ex-girlfriend, and I just saw him like sprint for that train, like to put it in Dutch, for zijn vaderland. I saw him sprint for that train. And then you ran into that train, and the only thing I said is congratulations, you made it. You actually called Jeremy short once. And as I should have. Rightfully so. Wait, what if some Zelda tuber actually comes out with an I'm sorry, and it turns out that it actually happened? That would be amazing. But that probably was like the driest interaction I've ever had with somebody who watches my shit. Yeah, I was standing at the door of the train, you know. I was just standing there. My girlfriend was sitting on like one of the folding chairs they had there. And I was just standing there, you know. And I was, give me the full shot. Give me the full shot. Give me the full shot. Je bent niet dom. Jongens. Thank you. I was just standing there, you know, like kind of like in the doorway, and I just saw him walking from there. Run, 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 and he jumped in just as the train was about to come. And I just said congratulations in Dutch. I just said gefeliciteerd. That's it. And then immediately you made the click. That click was fast for you though. That clicked fast. That didn't take like 2 seconds. It was like almost immediately. It was almost immediately, like, it was like, wait, are you, like, immediately. It's really funny. I don't know what train station we were at again. We were coming from someplace. I can't remember what we ended up doing. Oh, did I get $2,000 billion? Yes. Throw a big rock. Yeah, I really need to discuss the Zelda drama with the boys. It's completely unacceptable what Zeltic did at that New Year's party, you know? Or that one time during spring break. I think his wife doesn't even know. I literally jumped with my heavy bag. I sprinted for my life because my train was cancelled. It was... Oh yeah, Tilburg. I can remember it because it was like a place where I never really come. I came from university and was heading to Nijmegen. If I didn't make it, then I'd have to wait for a whole more hour. Yeah, that's why you sprinted like mad. I don't know where we were coming from at all, actually. I think we were coming from Belgium at the time because this was before COVID. Even kijken. 2,000 billion Swahibian dollar? Swabi dollar? Aye, my Swiss buckling dollar. Parasect, Hyperbeam, die. The end. Bye! Bye! Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, bye! Dumb bit. Hyperbeam, bip. Strength? It was just before COVID. I think you came from Antwerp, which had a big Lego store or something like that. Oh yeah, no, then it was Antwerp. Yeah, no, we went there for like a short holiday. Like kind of like a weekend getaway type thing, you know? And we went to just Antwerp. It was the first time I ever went to Antwerp. I've never been there. Pretty nice place though. But no, that was like 2019 then. I want to get lost in Bucharest. That would be fun. I need to travel more again. I think as the channel gets bigger again, then we get back to the good old days, you know, of power. I'm also gonna try and travel more. Because since COVID, I haven't traveled much. Not as much as I used to do. Now, granted, I am getting old. Oh my god, it is a big Blastoise body. Boop. What is happening? Oh no, it's just playing Zelda's Lullaby randomly. You ain't even 30 yet. I am old as fuck. I'm a corpse. Chat. Professor Snape casted Corpus Dabentus on me. So now I'm a corpse. Oh no, Snape casted Corpus Maximus on me. Now I'm a maximal. Now I'm corpse maxing. Yeah, Skyward Sword's Lullaby. Hey, I was just playing it randomly. I was like, what's happening? Wily is a corpse and I'm a mummy. Yeah. I booked my first vacation since 2014. I'm going into Colombia in July. Oh. I might not have Coke, but you will. Corpus Maximus, friend of Dickens Biggest. Yes. It's the same school of magic. Mods, it's the same school of magic. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna do one more Nugget Brigade run and then I'm gonna end the stream. Hyper Beam. Also, we need to... Oh. Need to move... Take. Item. Give. Oh, we have 11 nuggets as well. That is hard. Same magic. Oh. I love Harry Potter. It's a good franchise. There's some good spells in the Harry Potter world. I love casting Shadow Wizard with Money Gang. We love casting spells. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Alright, this Pokemon, this Shadow Lugia is gonna go quick. Couldn't really see it. Strength by dead next. Strength by dead next. I said strength by dead next. It was actually Monty Python's Life of Brian. Really? Hey, Shane, you know that Wigger is also technically a slur, right? What is Wigger again for? It's like a white people slur, right? Yeah. It's basically a white person doing black people shit. Like cultural. But it must have sent me a picture. Oh, the cats. The Lebanese cats. Wait, what? Whoa, I didn't know they were. Okay, that's pretty cool. Kind of besides the point though, but. Wigger is the tweet Nintendo made. Oh yeah, Wigger Wednesday. I can remember that, yeah, Wigger Wednesday. So stupid. It's just like how they changed the vocalization of Bowser in Mario Kart after he said the N-word in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I think. And then they were like, oh, this man can never speak again. Because it's that one clip of him, like, sailing off, like a section of the track. And just being like, ah! But he obviously says what sounds like the N-word. Also, hilarious. Funny as fuck. That was yeah, that was funny as shit. It's just like it's great. Hilarious. Perfect. Great time. Enjoyed the fuck out of that. Right, level 68 Big Smoke. I won't have to grind that much actually off stream. That's Hyper Beam, bro. We all know that doesn't matter. Next time you're gonna bye-bye at the end of the stream, you're gonna say each of our names. Like bye-bye, bye Kitty, bye Mesha, bye Tiger, etc. Well, if we get to like 100 people in the stream, that's gonna be hard. But so far, that's not the case. Can I show this on YouTube? Oh, this is not what I wanted. Oh, this is too fucking horrendous. I didn't say anything, right? Don't judge me. Mij niet bellen. And then Bowser just says, Wigger! Okay. Heal this. Cool. All right. Lovelies, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. By Shane, by Mots, by Georg, by Marone, by Celtic Tiger, by Kitty. Where's Kitty? Is Kitty still here? Kitty. Who told Bowser that word? Bowser knows the raisins. Bowser is very raisin. All right, lovelies, thank you all so much for coming to the stream. We will be back tomorrow with some Zelda horror. We're gonna play. Oh, bye, Leonard. I forgot about you. I'm sorry. I hadn't seen you. I scrolled up in chat for a hot second, but I didn't see you. Bye, Leonard. Yeah, tomorrow, Zelda horror. We're gonna play like a one that is made in Unity. So that's kind of built from scratch. It's pretty cool. Looks pretty sweet. And we're gonna do like a Majora's Mask Ocarina of Time ROM hack. Oh, there's TC Kitty. Bye, TC Kitty. Can I please have a glass of water? No, Marone, you will starve and die of thirst. Yeah, lovely. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream. It was a very chaotic one today, but it was funny. I thought it was funny. Yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow. No, nobody's getting a night kiss. None of that. All right. Bye, everybody. Bye.